Howdy y'all, I'm Paul O'Dean, and today I'm going to teach you how to make some fresh potatoes fresh out of the box. Now for this, you're going to need some potatoes. I like to use Hungry Jack because of the rich, hearty texture and the smooth, creamy taste. It really complements well for me. Next, you're going to need a 1/3 cup of milk. I like to use 1%. It's not very fattening, but it tastes delicious. Also, you're going to need a tablespoon of margarine, or butter if you please. Now let's get started. First off, you're going to need a pan just like this one. Then, you're going to take this pan and you're going to put 2/3 a cup of water in it. Next, you're going to take your pan of water and you're going to take your butter stick and you're going to get you one of these big old nasty knives and you're going to cut yourself off 1 tablespoon of butter. Just like that, see? And you're going to take your butter and you're going to carefully put it in the water. Now you don't want the water to splash out because that's not a good thing. Next, you're going to take your stove and you're going to put it on about, if you have numbers, it's going to be on about a 4 because you don't want to boil the hydration out of the water, if you know what I'm saying. You're going to need yourself one of these trusty wooden spoons, just like so. This wooden spoon's been my helpful guide for near on 40 years. Now, one secret I like to put in my mashed potatoes is a little bit of this here garlic salt. It really brings out the flavor and complements the potatoes. You're just going to put a little shake of that in there. That'll make it nice and garlicky for your taste buds. Pretty soon your water is going to start bubbling a little bit around the edges. You're going to want to take your wooden spoon and stir it up so that your butter doesn't burn. Also, make sure that your butter is not floating in one big chunk, because that'll mean it's just a big chunk of butter in the middle of your taters, and that's not very good. Once your water and butter mixture reaches a rolling boil, kind of like this here, you're going to need to take your mashed potatoes and you're going to put about 2/3 a cup in there. So I'm going to get my handy cup measurer. This is only 1/3 of it, so I need to put 2 of these in here. Here's number 1. I'm going to go ahead and dump that in there and turn off the heat as I'm doing that. Make sure you turn off the heat or you'll have you some smooching hot mashed potatoes. Make sure you get 2/3, not just 1/3, because one time my precious mama, she made 1/3 instead of 2/3, and well, we had us some really watery mashed potatoes. Next, you're going to take your milk, and you're going to want about 1/3 a cup of milk in here, and that'll just help bring out the smooth creaminess of the mashed potatoes that's naturally emblazoned in them. Once you've got your milk and flakes in there, you're going to want to take your trusty stirring spoon right here, like this one, and you're going to want to stir it up real nice. You're probably going to stir it for about 1 to 35 minutes, depending on your patience level, of course. I'll be stirring this one, and we'll get right back after this quick commercial. As you can see, my stirring has pretty much whipped it up into a creamy good mixture of potatoes and, well, pretty much all the good stuff that you want in your life. Once you get this creamy little mixture here without big chunks or anything, you're pretty much done. Now I like to take some cheddar cheese and maybe a little bit, if I'm feeling really naughty, I like to take a little bit of bacon and put it in there and make me some cheddar bacon mashed potatoes. Well, anyway, this is an old family recipe that's been passed down through my mama for about 17 generations. I hope you enjoy it. This has been Cooking with Paul O'Dean. Goodbye.